I respectfully remember His Holiness Jagadguru Padma Bhushana Bhairavaikya Sri Dr. Nagamangala Swami, and continue to look for his blessings. In the morning we had Dr. Nirmalananda Swamiji, the President of Shikshana Trust, our pranama to him. Now we have Sri Gurudev Swamiji. About him and his contribution in the development of the whole Shikshana Trust, and especially this college, the principal has well brought to our, of course we know it has brought to your notice. My pranamas to Swamiji. The principal of college, Dr. Lokesh, Dr. Mallikarjuna, who have helped in running this program so successfully. Dr. Shivalinga Swami, then we have Dr. N.D. Prakash and few others. I do not know whether I am missing anybody's name. You have to kindly excuse me, and because I am going through the list that has been provided to me. I was thinking what topic I should speak on this occasion in the name of Valedictory address, because the trends in the physics with emphasis on discovery of particle, I am not competent to speak. Neither I am competent to speak, nor I have prepared myself to speak on that issue. I take the example of our chief guest in the morning, who said, and he has chosen his own subject of ISRO, and he spoke to all of us so beautifully. I don't know whether I could beautifully can speak what all I know about the topic that I am trying to choose. The topic I am trying to choose is the present scenario of higher education in the country in general and in Karnataka in particular. Before that, I must congratulate Dr. Lokesh, the principal of the college, and all his team. The way in which they have planned this international program, the way in which they have conducted this program, not only this, many others. And I must tell you, bring to your notice, that organizing an international seminar is a rarity in a degree college. It's a rarity. When he accepted the advice of our President Nirmalananda Swamiji to arrange for the international seminar, I was a bit worried as to the way in which he would proceed. But hats off to him. He has worked well, he planned well, he contacted so many people. Not only the people from different universities in the state, but also he was able to contact some people abroad, thanks to online system of delivery of this kind of seminar. He was able to get the consent of one or two professors from foreign universities also, and in the morning we are seeing the presentation of one such professor from Belgium. So Mr. Yes, because I don't want to take the excuse of my little loss of memory because of my age. Sometimes loss of memory do act on me. So Dr. Lokesh, hats off to you and to all your colleagues. And I tell you, other than Adichunchanagiri University that we have now in the last 3 years, we also have as many as 30 degree colleges. My main attention is to provide some academic advice and support to the Shikshana Trust colleges other than the university. So those 30 colleges, I proudly announce here in presence of our other principals also here, that is one of the best principles of a degree college that we have under the trust. At the same time, whomsoever he has contacted, not only the resource person, the chief guest, and other persons like Dr. Mallikarjuna, Sivalinga Swami, and many others, N.G. Prakash, and one professor of Mr. Balak. All of you have responded to his request, and you have ably supported it, and that is the result of a successful running of this international program. Let me also share with you, we are not going to assess the impact of this international seminar on our students. We don't do that exercise. It's a very difficult exercise. The impact of international seminar on our students and partly on our teachers also. But it could change the mindset of our teachers. It could change the mindset of our students. Even though the outcome may not be that good, but the very change of mindset in organizing such programs will certainly have a lot of impact on all of them. And one more intention, either me or of Lokesh, was that we are going for accreditation. This is the second accreditation or the third accreditation by NAC. In the last accreditation, we got B double plus. So the very idea of organizing the university level seminars or the state level seminars, national seminars, including the present seminar, was to gain some points for our assessment by NAC, hopefully by the kind of arrangements we did and the kind of preparation has undergone all these years, because every year we submit some report to NAC. Anyway, we are hopeful of getting NAC A grade, NAC A grade. You give us a big clap to Mr. Okay, for getting A grade in the next assessment by NAC. I did say I am going to speak on present scenario of higher education in Karnataka in particular. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, you must have seen in the newspaper the Honorable Minister for Higher Education and also Deputy Chief Minister has said that in order to implement NEP 2020, all our higher education institutions should get accredited. I am using the word accreditation. It is a very important dimension to judge the quality of an institution. So not only accreditation by NAC, and in the case of engineering colleges, the NBA, but also NRF. For the last 5 years or so, NRF also is in force. This is ranking of institutions at the all India level for similar institutions, ranking of institutions. Grading of institution within the institution is NAC. Ranking is under NRF. And if you have not seen the report in one of the newspapers by the Honorable Minister for Higher Education just 2 days back, kindly go through it. He has spoken about the importance of accreditation. He has also given some statistics in which he has said, he has talked about government colleges, he talked about deemed universities, he talked about private universities, he talked about government universities. And he has given a small statistics of where each one of them stand. I am referring to the universities in particular. In government universities, many of them have undergone accreditation by NAC, but only 2 or 3 have got A grade only. But when it comes to NIRF, National Institutional Ranking, only 4 universities have undergone this NIRF recognition in terms of ranking. I think the Mysore University has got it, 57th rank or so. Gulbarga University has got it, about 60 or 62. Then VTU has got it, about 100. And Mangalore University also got it. Only these 4 universities, government universities, have got NIRF rank. He wants all the 25 universities of government should get NIRF rank. Coming to private universities, I have already brought your notice that we have Adichunchanagiri Private University, which was started 3 years ago. We have completed 3 years. There were 19 state private universities so far. But in the yesterday's assembly, 5 more private universities have come into existence. That means 24 state private universities we have. And all these 24 private universities, none of them have got NAC accreditation. Why they have not got? The constituent colleges have got, but not the university as such. There is another statistic given about state private universities. Coming to deemed to be university, there are about 12 deemed to be university. I don't really remember the statistics of deemed to be university. So that means our students and teachers are aware of the number of universities that we have in the state. 25 government universities, dozen deemed to be universities, 24 private universities. These are only universities I am talking about. And there has been a fear among the vice chancellors of the government universities. How I know all these things? Because some of you may be knowing the retired vice chancellors, including myself, we have formed into an association, Forum of Former Vice Chancellors. There are as many as 60 former vice chancellors have formed into an association. There we have vice chancellors of health universities, deemed to be universities, private universities, everybody there, 60 of them. Most of them are very active. There we discuss many of these things. So therefore, accreditation and NIRF, I was talking about the fear of government universities, that when so many private universities are coming up, as a result what is happening, the colleges under private universities as affiliating colleges to various government universities would gradually come under the state private university. So all the affiliated colleges under government universities would gradually go away with more and more state private universities. The fear is of the government university, at some point of time, a decade ago, or some 15, 20 years ago, they were also running engineering colleges, medical colleges, many professional and technical colleges. All those colleges have been taken away by independent state universities. So they are a feeling that these colleges have been taken away. So even these affiliated colleges would finally go with the state private university, what is left with. I think this morning I was talking to some of our friends. The government universities also need not feel bad or sorry, because the National Education Policy 2020 is being introduced for the last 1 year, if you all know it. And the minister also has made a statement that in order that NEP 2020 is to be effectively presented in the state and in the country, all our universities should get accredited. All our universities should get NIRF. Only then you make a comparison of the universities under them the affiliated colleges. And also the minister has made a statement that every government university vice chancellor has been asked that in 1 month or 2 months they must give us the way in which they are going to identify all their affiliated colleges who are not undergone accreditation should undergo accreditation in the next 2 years. Achha, why did I say government universities are afraid of? Because if all the affiliated colleges are taken away by deemed universities, state private universities, and nothing left with them in the name of affiliated colleges. In fact, it's also one of the policy of the government, this affiliation system should go. In another few years of time, there should not be any affiliation system because it is the legacy of British rule. However, I shall not get into the debate of the advantage or disadvantage of affiliating universities. So when all affiliating universities get transferred to state private universities, deemed universities, let the government universities become purely research universities, because research is in a very bad shape in India. I was showing to Swamiji some 6 top scientists of the country name appeared in the Times of India a few days ago. I was showing to Swami. And similarly, we have best universities also in the form of IITs in the country. Left to them, the research atmosphere and what is happening himself is relatively very poor. So therefore, the NEP 2020 says, let all government universities become research universities. Of course, there are 3 types of universities according to NEP 2020. But and also, there is also fear among affiliating universities, the affiliating colleges. Some of the good affiliating colleges under various management can be taken away by the government universities as constituent colleges. So a way has been shown through NEP 2020. So in the morning I was thinking, I would, because about physics and about physics, I have already confessed myself in the beginning. I am not competent or I have prepared. Whatever involvement I have in knowing and running of these higher education division, I have shared a few things with you. And what I noticed in the morning, there was no interaction in any of the seminars. We were asking, of course, not only in international seminar, in many seminars, online seminars we have been conducting in colleges, the interaction during the seminar has been very, very poor. And sometimes the resource persons would give their phone numbers to all the participants. If you do not want to raise and talk about some clarity, ask about clarification, at least take my phone number and talk to me later. I don't know what resource persons have been thinking on this line. Therefore, unless there is an interactive action in the seminar, if it is not practiced here, what guarantee is there to practice in the classes, So therefore, I think I have spoken enough on these things. Unless somebody wants to have a kind of clarification on what I have said, you are welcome. I will be happy to share my views on this issue. So therefore, finally, I have said the very intention of us, particularly in organizing all these programs, in addition to changing the mindset of our teachers and the students, we are also looking for good grading in the NAC. So I wish that this seminar would be of a great help in getting NAC A grade in course of time. And also I have been telling you, Dr. Lokesh, that I think the last 2 years he has completed his principalship. Another 2-3 years he has. Before he leaves the principalship, this college must be converted to autonomous college. I have told him, I think he must be keeping it in mind, and we have very good batch of teachers and support the student, and we must also achieve that criteria of becoming autonomous. With these few words, I am looking for any interaction if you so desire. I would thank each one of you, and especially those who have come from other universities and colleges, for the kind of help you have extended to us in running this program so successfully. Thank you very much.